Shalom, 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 shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole scattered abroad. That's how you're doing this work of truth and sincerity. I'm Brother Bach from Pops at Babylon Camp, coming at you with a quick sit down to speak the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Although willing, this is edifying. This is James chapter 2, verse 17. It says, even so, faith, it hath not works, is dead. Being alone, yeah, man, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Right, man? You know, it's a balance to this thing, man. You know, you can't just say things with your mouth and not back it up with your actions, man. You know, you got to show the Lord, you know, you about what you talk about by your actions. You know, not just saying it, man. You know? I like it. Verse 19 says, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without work is dead. Right, man? You know? Even even these devils know this, man. The devils are afraid of the Lord, man. The devils work for the Lord, man. You know? These demons, they work for the Lord. But it says, bringing it back, verse 20, but wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead. You know? You gotta one, they go hand in hand, man. You know, it's not just gonna be one and not the other, man. If you have faith, you know, in the Lord, you're gonna be doing his work, you know. And if you're working for the Lord, you know, it shows your faith that you have, you know, hand in hand. Go to the book of Galatians, chapter 5. I'm gonna grab it in the NLT. This is Galatians chapter 5, start at verse 6. It says, for when we place our faith in Mashiach Yahushai, there is no benefit in being circumcised or being uncircumcised. What is important is faith expressing itself in love. Whew. You know, that's that faith, man. That faith that actually believing, bro. You know, actually believing in the Lord and actually believing what he can do for us, man. You know, the Lord is constantly looking out for us every single day. You know, the Lord is looking out for his elect, man. You know, scriptures say, you know, a man's goings of the Lord, man. So wherever you end up, you know, the Lord brought you there for a reason, man. You know, the Lord probably saved you from something that day. You know, that's why we have to, you know, forever be grateful, man. The Wadi how about Shemi Shai, man. You might miss a day of work, you know, but that, you know, something could have happened, you know, while you was on the way to work, you know. You never know, man. That's why that having that faith in the Lord, man, no matter what. You know. We go to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 7. This is I'll grab it in NLT too. This is Matthew chapter 7. Start at verse 16. It says, "You can identify them by their fruit, that is, by the way they act. Can you pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? A good tree produces good fruit, and a bad tree produces bad fruit." You know, you see by the people that follow them, man. You know, the people that follow them ain't shit, man. You know, they lead their flock to a slaughter, man. Bringing it back, it says a good tree can't produce bad fruit. You know, so if you truly teaching in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai and his faith, man, you know, you're not gonna produce no bad fruit, man. You know, cause you making your calling and election sure, you know, and you teaching the right doctrine, man. That was given to us by our elders, man. Bringing it back, it says a good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit. So every tree that does not produce good fruit is chopped down and thrown into the fire. You know, so what are you benefiting, man? You know, you're not teaching what you're supposed to be teaching, man. What the Lord needs you for, you know? Verse 20, it says, "Yes, just as you can identify a tree by its fruit, so you can identify people by their actions, man." You know, what they always say, man, actions speak louder than words, you know? And what is your action in this truth, man? Doing the work. Doing the work, man. Doing the work of the Lord. You know, that's how you showing your faith. By your actions. The work you put in for this thing, man. I'm going to stay in the book of Matthew. I'm going to go to chapter 9. This is Matthew chapter 9, verse 37. It says, "Then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few." You know, the harvest is plenty, man. You know, you can't say that you ran out of something or you don't know what man. Hey, man, that's for the birds, man. It's more than enough to go around, you know, but are you going to put your first foot forward, man? You know, we got a job to do, you know. It says the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send you forth laborers into his harvest, man. You know, brothers coming into the fold, man. You know, we are one body, man. You know, that all fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. You know, scriptures say, man, you know, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. You know, having faith in the Lord to hit these highways and hedges, man, no matter what. Not caring what people say about us. People call us bums. You know, all type of shit, man. I'm going to go to the book of Luke. Luke chapter 10. This is Luke chapter 10, verse 2. It says, Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers unto his harvest. Go your ways, behold, I will send you forth as lambs among wolves. You know, and us doing that, man, that's having faith, man. That's having faith in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Because what it said in the book of Matthew, man, you know, the same thing. The labors are few, but the harvest is great, man. You know, but look, the Lord send you brothers, man. You know, but yeah, man. That's pretty much all on this, man. You know, Lord willing, just let's edify. Until next video, Shalom.